What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. Hope everybody's doing good today. It's a beautiful Monday today, and it's nice weather out there. It's kind of warm, but it's nice out there. It was supposed to rain yesterday. We got like a little sprinkle, but it didn't like pour down or nothing. But they say it's supposed to rain Thursday, I think. Ooh, excuse me. Thursday and I think Friday too. But we'll see, cause they said it was supposed to rain like last Friday. Did it rain? No, it didn't end up raining. So hey, we gonna see. But anyway, we gonna jump into it. It's just so crazy, y'all. Cause we gotta talk about this war some more, cause it's still happening. And I mean, the U.S. is not doing good. The U.S. is gonna lose, and they're losing. And a lot of people have lost their lives. The American media is not reporting on that. But when you have these, independent medias and foreign medias, they tell you what's going on, and it ain't good. I mean, all these lives being lost over just some stupid shit, over old white men dick measuring, cause they ain't got nothing else. Excuse me, they ain't got nothing else to show for in their lives, their old miserable lives. I'm so tired of these geriatrics. Excuse me. Of these geriatrics running the world, cause I just can't with it. I just can't. And this man don't even know who he is or where he is more than half the time. That man's brain is fucking soup. And he's still in power. It's just so crazy. But I mean, Iran is gonna fight and fight and fight. They're not gonna back down, as many people have said. And I mean, like I said in my previous video, the Romans never defeated the Persians. Do you think that the U.S. is gonna be able to defeat Iran? No. And I mean, we're fighting a war that's not ours. I mean, let Israel go to war with them. Why does the U.S. have to get involved in every goddamn thing? So that's something that I always wondered. And the other thing is that you've got a lot of Americans that are stranded in the Middle East. Like, excuse me. Like, you hear from people being stranded in Dubai. They called to the U.S. Department to get some help, and they straight up said that they can't help them and to not rely on them. And when it showed up on the news, they turned it around and said, like, oh, we want to help out and we're committed to help y'all out. But still, shit hadn't been happening. Nothing's, they're still not helping them. It's just so crazy that your own government don't want to help you out. I mean, it don't make no fucking sense. I mean, they want our bodies, though. They want our bodies in that military so that they can use us. They want our money so that they can fund these wars. One of the things I wonder about is there's always, it never fails, always money for war. But you ain't ever got no money for no fucking health care. Ain't no goddamn money for no health care. Ain't no goddamn money for, anything to help with this housing, or just anything to help with the overall cost of living. It's always we ain't got the money for it. We ain't got the money. Yeah, you do. You just don't want to spend the money. And I mean, spending what we got on this war is gonna fuck us up even more. We're already fucked up. Cause like I said in previous videos, it really looks like we already in a recession. Just nobody has said it. I mean, and I think this is gonna be even worse than 2008. I don't get it at all. I mean, because honestly, we don't have the money for war. We don't. Gonna start a war and we in horrible shape to go to war. And, you know, there's talk about the draft. And now, I don't think they're actually gonna, you know, push the whole draft thing, because I don't think anybody really be for it. Because, I mean, the thing is that there's been a big shift, and, you know, this was over decades from that whole mentality. Because, I mean, you know, people remember Vietnam. And, you know, when the Vietnam vets came back, they didn't really get nothing. They didn't get shit, especially if you're black. If you're black, you didn't get shit. They didn't get the benefits that they deserved. And, you know, you had people fighting the draft then, but it wouldn't be like it is now if they tried to institute the draft. Because, listen, the effects of war for, you know, longest time people ignored. But, you know, it's really getting to a point where, you know, you really can't ignore it. Because look at it. You got veterans that went to war and they came back completely different. They went to war and they came back with, you know, they had to have these chemical shit that they had to deal with. They came back and they had issues with cancer. And there's a bunch of other things. They came back and they had a lot of mental issues. And they get no help for that. The VA and just the government in general is supposed to help them out. They don't give a fuck. And I think that the Vietnam vets, a lot of them planted the seed in all of this. Just like, hey, you know, because the Vietnam War was a senseless war and the U.S. just did not need to be involved. These people have a lot of stories. And you have a lot of people, a lot of these Vietnam vets and families. They could be your grandparents. They could be, you know, aunts, uncles, all this stuff. But they tell these stories. And that plants a seed that, you know, these grandkids and other relatives, other young relatives, that's in their minds. And they pass that, you know, they pass that down to, you know, to the other young ones. And till you get to now, people are not willing to give up their kids for y'all. They're not willing to give up their kids to unalive for y'all. People don't want to do that. And of course, I don't blame them at all. And the MAGA that's saying that they want this shit, they fucking lying. I'll tell you that right now. I call they bluff. Because, I mean, if they institute the draft, and as I said in another video, they'll be the first ones screaming and crying and trying to get out of it. Because they really actually don't want to go to war. Trust me. And, you know, things are just so different now. Because, I mean, young people and even just other folks, we're not built for war. And I include myself in that too. I'm not built for war. Everybody else is not built for war. Hell no. I mean, with some of these other countries, like, you have Russians, they built for war. Chinese, they built for war. You have, especially the Ukrainians, they definitely built for war. They fighting like hell over there. We are not. It's just not that way no more. We not with this other, like, back in World War II, there was, that was like a global effort, and they had all the propaganda, and people were, people wanted to help with all that. This is not that at all, and that was a different situation anyway. But when you come to the mentality now, no, cause shit, young people now want to be like, try to be influencer, a streamer. Shit, they want their Starbucks. They want to, have fun, drink, fuck and all that stuff. They don't want to. They don't want to go into a war. Why? Don't nobody want to do that. Cause shit, I already know with me, I like to do my hobbies, eat some good food, have fun with some, Don Julio. Well, actually, no, not Don Julio. Cause Don Julio, all that, cause it's expensive as fuck for that little ass bottle. Shit, I'm a Jorjitos type of person. It's cheaper and I get more for my money, so I'll be sipping on my Jorjitos. And doing my going to the gym, doing my jujitsu and other stuff, and then from time to time, and calling a special person over to fuck me through the mattress. Okay, I don't want to go to. I'm not here for going out there, boots on the ground, in the front line getting shot. Cause I'm definitely not built for this shit. Cause physically maybe I could do something, but mentally I can't handle that shit. I don't know what the fuck motherfuckers want from me. I can't handle none of that shit. Cause I already been through enough shit in my life that war shit would probably break me. Cause like I said, you go to war, you usually don't come back the same. You just don't. Cause you fight for this country. What does that get you really? It don't really get you nothing at all. Especially this. And the other thing is with the shift is people are actually willing to. I could see it like this. People are actually willing to, for real, go to jail for this shit. They gonna hate it that much. So, I'm just saying, people just not here for this. And, you could still, travel around the world, but, because some people are talking about, like, now's not the time to travel and all this stuff, because, dangerous places, but, thing is, like, if you just don't go to certain places, like the Middle East, of course, right now that's off limits, but we should be off limits because we already know. But other places you'll be fine. If you want to get away from all this bullshit, then I don't blame you. But if you MAGA, I don't get why you traveling, because there was one MAGA woman that got on social media with them tears. I don't even. And she went to go visit Northern Ireland, and they were watching the news, and they asked them if they were American, and they said yeah, and they said, well, who you voted for? And they said, like, well, we don't want to talk about politics and everything. Look, everybody knows when you say that bullshit, They know who you voted for. And she's gonna be whining. She started whining, crying about how they so mean to her. Bitch, I really don't understand how they can dish out so much bullshit, but they can't take it. When shit is directed at you, when you got all this directed at you, somehow it turns into them, they're being so mean, and then you want to whine and cry about it, but it's okay when you do it to other people. Okay. It really is a cult, because they don't understand that the world fucking hates y'all. The world fucking hates MAGA. The world fucking hates Donald Trump, because the shit that we're doing affects them. Affects the rest of the world. So, I mean, I suggest if you MAGA, you don't travel. Because you gonna get, I mean, to me, you're gonna get what you deserve, and people gonna throw all the stuff that you've been throwing at other people right back at you. But yeah. And the other thing is that I already know shit is gonna be just so fucked up after all of this. Shit is gonna be so fucked up after Trump is gone. Cause I mean, the damage that man did, that the man is doing, it's gonna take like over fucking 10 years to fix this shit. Probably 20, 30, 40 years. Probably even longer than that. I just can't with it. But yeah, so I think that I wouldn't be surprised if this war lasts a good long while. Because, I think this is going to be worse than Iraq. And in Iraq, we lost that war. As I said, I don't give a fuck when nobody says we lost that war. U.S. got their ass kicked. And, and the U.S. is about to get their ass kicked again here. And the other thing is, because I forgot to say this, is that, with like missiles and bombs, I think we got like a good number of those, but as for boots on the ground, I hope they don't put no boots on the ground in Iran. But I don't think we have enough people. I really don't. Because the military's had a hard time with recruiting for decades now. And I really don't think they got enough people for that. And, and plus, like, I could see, and people are saying this with wars going forward, because, like, with human beings, there's always going to be wars, but it's going to be more of, like, with bombs, missiles, drones, and, even with just, cyber stuff, cyber wars. I don't think people really going to do that whole boots on the ground thing. Because, number one, I know here, people just don't want to join the military. It's not appealing. Unless, you trying to get out of a situation. Like, because one lady was talking about, because she joined the military a long time ago. And she been out for a while, but she said don't join the military, because the only reason she joined the military was to, as I said, get out of her situation. That was really the only way. So, that was the only way to, for a better life, to get the benefits, all that. So, things are gonna be looking different, real different in the future, especially for the US. So yeah. And I hope not just Americans, everybody that's stuck in the Middle East is able to get home safe. I really do. But anyway, all right then, y'all. That's all I gotta say. And like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.